Flight Boss, bitch, you know, for sure. You're now listening to the Mind of an Antares Moon, Flight Boss, the Archangel Uriel, and I'm here to carry out God duties and motherfucker responsibilities. And right now, I want to give this pop quiz question right here. This is a question that I want people to answer. You know what I'm saying? And I want you to answer this question before you get the answer. You see what I'm saying? So, all right, what spirit do you come from? And you have to be honest, because look, you have to be unbiased and balanced. So there's really no right or wrong with any of these, but at the end of this video, you will get a better understanding of what I'm actually coming from. So here's the question. Here's the quiz right here. And I want to know which one of these persons are you. So you got two people, right? Now there's a task, or there's like a gladiator type of obstacle that at the end of the obstacle, there's $1 million or $1 billion or whatever you truly want. But let's just use an example. Don't get lost into what the actual item is, the shape and form and light and love it came in. Don't get lost in that. Let's just talk about the actual prize, right? Now, for the most part, say it's $1 million. So there's two people who sign up for this. So now they get on this course. Now, this course can play out into heavy, catastrophic, hellistic situations in their life. Like they going under puddles and hopping over shit like that. So it's an extreme task, but you know, $1 million is worth it. So, for the most part, now, you got one person who get there, right? And say they win, right? Now, this person feels like they accomplished something. Through all that trial and tribulation that they went through, and they finally got the prize, they feel like they accomplished something. So, boom, you got this person. Then say you got the other person. Say if they won, they won $1 million and threw every penny of it in the ocean. So you got one person who felt accomplished and happy and appreciate that they won the $1 million because of all that they went through. You got that person. But then flip that over, say this person won. They went through all the same shit that this person has went through, but they won and got the $1 million, but threw every last cent in the ocean. Which one are you? Now, I'm gonna wait a couple seconds because I want y'all to be honest. I don't want y'all to try to go into y'all intellect, because that's follower spirit energy also. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to go on your intellect and be like, oh, I kind of know what he's going to say, so I already want to say this. Nah, because you don't know, really. But some people may be smart enough to know, but I don't want you to do that. Just use your first thought. Because look, let's break down some concepts first. Let's say that happened in real life. The motherfucker who won that threw every last cent in the motherfucking ocean, everybody would be like, that motherfucking stupid. Don't motherfucking lie. When y'all be watching motherfucking shows and shit, and motherfucker find a motherfucking stash of fucking 100,000 on the ground because somebody just robbed the bank, but since they was running from the police, it was in the woods or on a sidewalk or something, you come across it and your ass got it for like a whole week, and your ass still take it down to the police station. You can't tell me everybody who watching you on the news channel ain't saying you a dumbass motherfucker. Your ass will feel stupid if you that person. Like, damn, I had it for a week, I should have kept it. Cause you know what I'm saying? You can't tell me everybody wouldn't look at that motherfucker like a dumbass nigga. So, at the same time, be honest. Be motherfucker honest. You see what I'm saying? Cause I had to think about that for a second. But I'm Archangel Uriel, you feel me? So, I still had to be unbiased. But y'all ready? Alright, now that y'all got all y'all answers in y'all mind, you know what I'm saying? Certain smart people would have came to this conclusion. But for the most part, if you picked the person who appreciated it and loved it and think that they deserved it, keyword deserve, because of all the hard work that they did to get to that and get that $1 million, that's actually the Lucifer spirit. Now, if you are the person who geared towards more to throwing every last cent in the ocean, then that's having a God spirit in you. Now, here's the thing. There may be a few of you that get lost out there. And here's another lost conception. This is the another layer of follower lost energy. You may be the type of person who came to the conclusion of, well, I just don't even care about money. See, but listen, that's a form of being lost. See, God never said not to experience. And then you would even make up excuses of why God never told anybody anything. See, you're not into the spiritual. You're lost in the physical, and then you're thinking you're getting unindoctrinated. See, the money, don't blame the money. The money ain't the issue. The money is just another shape or form that we can use to create our imagination with, to continue to extend our imagination, which the expansion is what y'all want to call heaven, but you know, that's another story. Y'all want to cling on to the representations of what y'all think is going to be in habit. You see what I'm saying? But for the most part, don't get lost. The money ain't the issue. So if you the person who said, well, I just don't care about money, I wouldn't have been in that race anyway, you even more lost than the two people that's in the race. You see what I'm saying? Because nor God can't use you, and you gave your power to Lucifer and just said, go ahead, Lucifer, you could win the race. That's basically what you did. So you ain't even a vessel for God can use to win the race, because God don't have no shape and form. So it would love to use his children that realizes, but you said nah, because of what kind of lie Lucifer taught you. And Lucifer taught you some type of lie for you to go chill out, and Lucifer to be like, yeah, I got this. You know what I'm saying? You didn't got wing and wangled in some type of way by Lucifer lies. No matter what indoctrination or unindoctrination shit you in. You see what I'm saying? If you carrying out that characteristics of form of letting someone say, look, I got this. You see what I'm saying? Now, here's the thing right here. Right? Because God never said it didn't want to experience. So it's all about intent. See, the person who threw every last cent, who got that spirit to throw every last cent in the ocean, is a person that just want to show you. Just want to show you the spirit. But it's showing you also that it's not attached to that. So it's showing you that it's capable of doing that, but it's also willing to change and transform, and it's not scared to transform, because we go into a greater life where this same representation is going to take place, just greater. But see, the Lucifer spirit to get attached to that and think and start going into mental realms of realities where thinking this is the only way that you can receive prosperity or receive love. So it cling on to that, because and it holds on to that, and they don't want to see the contraction period of time with that, which is the lostness and desertness and not having that. So it gets scared to go without. So it always want to add more, multiply, for the expansion never go to the contraction level that on a God level again. You see what I'm saying? So for the most part, God wants to expand, but God wants you to be able to be willing to transform, because God still wants to be transformed. God don't want to get stuck in no type of form of expansion. So you're here to expand, transform for the next expansion to be greater. But the person who expand and gets stuck in that expansion, that's the Lucifer spirit. You took the $1 million and thought you deserved it because of all you went through. So you got stuck in it, and you got lost in thinking that's the only way of obtaining what you worked hard to get. So any form of anybody trying to take that away, you know what I'm saying, you get upset. So you want to add more and more on that same concept, that same dream, that same what you think is awake is actually the real dream world. You never want that to disappear. So this what y'all call heaven and shit is basically Lucifer's territory, and it give you the concept where you don't want something to end. So you tie a bunch of concepts to everlasting life, and whether you do it in the spirit realm or the physical realm, whatever Lucifer lie told you, when really you need to learn how to transform and know that these are just level of physical planes that Lucifer is coming in forms of light. You know what I'm saying? That's the greatest lie ever Lucifer is telling y'all. So like for the most part, when you look at religions and shit, and then they tell you shit like, they give you stories like man being built up, and anytime a man try to rise himself or ascend himself, he's going against God. So he gets knocked down in some way, shape, or form. Yeah, that's Lucifer. That's Lucifer knocking your ass down, saying, look, I'm the representation of what y'all calling God. Y'all could go to my last video of the birth of angels and Lucifer Origins. Lucifer is actually love, but he got lost in all that attention and light, and that light became greater than the unseen light, which is the real spirit that they were circling around as angels with spirits correlating to. You see what I'm saying? So Lucifer, love is the highest frequency vibration. So anytime you attach love to something, it's always attached to multiplying, growth, relating, combining, not coming to an end. You know what I'm saying? Staying in some type of vibration. That's love. But see, you gotta be spiritually inclined to understand the spirit realm as the spiritual being of Lucifer, taking the light bodies of that. That type of dream is like favoritism towards the source. The source can utilize that to extend, but Lucifer is created, it was like a light to the point that it became the actual shape and form of what's there to be unseen. So it started getting all the attention. It's like the first star now, the first physical shape and form that the spirit it had. But we all know light and shape and form is the first illusion. Sound is an illusion. All of that shit is an illusion. This is why when you dream, when you sleep, right, you hear things, but it's like you wasn't hearing nothing with your eardrums. It's an illusion. So in that illusion, this is how physicality gets created. So this is how you know what you call reality, the physical realm. This is actually the dream world. And this is Lucifer's way of extending it to live in its creations longer than in the expansion period, than the contraction period, than God's contraction period. And everybody who love any form of expansion without contraction, which is forever yang, forever light, forever love, without experiencing any lostness or any other aspect, they're gonna follow love. They're gonna follow Lucifer. You see what I'm saying? So anybody who come and utilize a little bit of hate, the hate spirit universe or the jealousy spirit universe, right? As long as that person don't have a natal alignment or that person's spirit don't get lost in that, God can kind of pick up on you a little bit, because God's just a parameter. So God love all his children, but see, in the mind of God look at hate and jealousy, because hate look at it like, I don't want to participate in that imagination as far as love and light. So by default, the hate becomes the anti-hero. So this is where you get all the anti-hero movies from, and Mars and shit like that. But really, this is just that spirit. People love that kind of spirit, the anti-hero. You see what I'm saying? A person who's not genuinely good, but they have to take the duty, but they're the ones who have to do the tasks and obligations to save the day. See, that's the true God spirit. That's Nimrod and shit. See, it's deep shit. For real. It's deep shit. Listen. Now, then you got the jealousy spirit. The jealousy ain't really jealous of Lucifer. Jealous is just trying to create a realm of reality the same way. But since Lucifer is getting all this attention from wisdom and intellect and the doubt spirit, these are beings that created lives of their alone. These are the original angels. You got doubt, intellect, wisdom, you know what I'm saying? And they following Lucifer and things of that nature. So they don't want to, they making themselves apart because Lucifer know how to relate. So Lucifer since they following, they kind of under Lucifer. So Lucifer got their technology and Lucifer know how to use them to blind people. So when you think about the spirit of intellect, people who dive too far into trying to be logical, they're following Lucifer. So they're gonna make you think of things like there ain't no God, or they're gonna make you think, or they're gonna make you. And here's the highest lie Lucifer ever told. Here's the highest lie Lucifer ever told. That they're going to make people come to the conclusion and think that they're consciously aware now. And they're going to be like, oh, okay, Lucifer is really God. But here's the highest lie. They're going to be like, okay, so really, Lucifer the good one. That's the highest lie Lucifer ever told. You get it? It's like a loopity-loop-loop. See, once you get consciously aware, light, that illusion, that's Lucifer's highest lie. People who are super religious and superstitious, they're in the lowest level of lie. The highest level of lie is Lucifer saying, you got me. Yeah, I'm really God. But you know what? Yeah, I'm really the good one. So you should, you know what I'm saying? That's the highest lie. You see what I'm saying? Because he keeps speaking for you. So that's the motherfucking highest lie right there. So that got people saying Lucifer is good. No, here's the thing, and this goes back to the story of the pop quiz question. Because the person who just throw every cent in the ocean is showing you they got the spirit of God. Because it's God trying to show you that I'm capable of the same thing this motherfucker is, but I'm not afraid to let it go. Because I know it's going to be that same shape and form in another realm of reality. So I don't got nothing to worry about. That's the true God spirit. A lot of y'all is mixed and confused with a bunch of these spirits. A little bit of wisdom, a little bit of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? A lot of person who probably use too much wisdom. You know what I'm saying? That's still following Lucifer. Because wisdom correlates to experience. So if you were a spirit birth from that, you go through a lot of experience to make you realize religious aspects and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? If you're a person who utilizes too much doubt, you put your faith in something else. That's following Lucifer. You see what I'm saying? If you're a person, what's the motherfucker others? It's 7 of them motherfuckers. I wrote them down. Y'all motherfuckers ain't getting away from nowhere. But yeah, you got jealousy, hate, and they're the only separate ones. So if God can see that you're the type of spirit that won't get lost into those universes, those heavenly bodies, right? Then God can utilize you to use what Lucifer is using, which is Lucifer followers, which is it'll help you utilize your jealousy or your hate. Because you got to think about it. You got to have an unbiased spirit. Think about it. What makes you get up off your ass to do anything? A little bit of hatred and a little bit of jealousy. Because this is what makes God think like, damn, what makes everybody give this person attention? These are all God's spirits, all God's childs. So you have to utilize it. So you have to think about, damn, I can get something the same way somebody else can get. That's a form of jealousy, right? Then you probably hate the circumstance or the situation you in. So that gives you the passion to get out of that motherfucker. So these are the two spirits, the single spirits that still God have to look at you and make sure you don't get lost into that. Because you still have to love wisdom and knowledge and love, which is AKA Lucifer, and all that shit. You still gotta love Lucy and wisdom, and you still gotta love them and doubt. But you gotta understand the spirit realm. Understand what world you at. Understand what heavenly body you are in at the moment. So you can talk to the lesser lower beings in there and know the path and the direction to go. So you can go to certain altars and have certain conversations with certain governments and Galactic Federation of Lights and certain initiations, so you can know where you're going and you don't be lost. See what I'm saying? So for the most part, you could be lost in Lucifer is like the government and shit. That motherfucker is like the president or the head chief of the Galactic Federation of Light, which is all the mini governments, the cities and the states and the rulers and the Senate and the state, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. But God ruled that shit. He just utilizing and God like taking that shape and form, but when that motherfucker get too lost, God will utilize a shape and form to combat that motherfucker, which is a motherfucker that got a little bit of hate and jealousy, but know how not to get lost in that shit. So once God can utilize that, God will start putting you through experiences through the other universes, so you start learning the initiations and going through those bodies and start learning direction. God will be your direction, because you will hate certain things and have jealousy towards certain things, but you be wise enough to know that, okay, you need to go into the world and have interaction with beings that's dealing with wisdom, because this is what Lucifer is using to blind others anyway. Especially people who are purely just pushing out love, purely just pushing out wisdom, purely just pushing out knowledge, purely just pushing out doubt. Shit, you completely blind by Lucifer. You don't have a single form of hate, so you're not gonna hate nothing or have no jealousy, nothing, and be like, hold on, something's up. You know what I'm saying? You need that little bit of spirit. So, now you could go through the travels where God can lead you as flashlights, and then you could go learn from beings in the universe of the heavenly body and the universe of wisdom, and learn all the lords and all the spirits that was birthed from wisdom, you know what I'm saying, and gain a certain amount of wisdom, gain a certain amount of intellect, gain a certain amount of wisdom of doubt with those experiences, and then once you're in the world of talking to all the interactions of beings in the love universe, you know that everybody who was birthed in the spirit of love and shit was born from Lucifer, and once you learn that, boom, you know how to obtain whatever Lucifer gonna try to give you to make you think, you got me, but really this is the really good thing. But nah, that's when you get there and be like, nah, I didn't do it for that. I didn't do it for that. Matter of fact, here, get that to me. Thank you. Boom, and throw that shit. Lucifer gonna be like, and Lucifer ain't got no power at that moment. And you got power at that moment. So you got power in your imagination and creation. So you choose when you want to pleasure, when you want to indulge in that, and when you don't want to indulge in that. And therefore Lucifer ain't got no pleasure, or he ain't got no other greater shape or form to entice you, to blind, to make you think that you can settle for that. To be like, okay, you got me now. You got all the, you channeled all that shit through your travels. Whoever helped you, you got me. But look, I'm Lucifer, but nah, I'm really God. And here, I'm going to show you this. And then that's when you be like, damn, this is some hard ass shit. Hold on. Nah, I ain't forget the mission. Motherfucker, I ain't do this for that. I ain't do this for this shit. I did this to show your followers that this shit is capable, but this shit ain't shit. And it's a greater somewhere else that we can make it greater than this on our own terms, motherfucker. And that's the motherfucker who got the spirit of God in that motherfucker. You feel me? Flight boss, bitch, goddamn air. Me and my soul group, we going to the real, for real. Flight boss, bitch.